London, 1806. Nathan Rothschild steps off a ship with £20,000 in his pocket, about $3 million in today's money. It's everything his father could spare, everything the Frankfurt Bank could safely invest in one person. The pressure is crushing. His brothers are establishing themselves in Vienna, Naples, and Paris. His father is watching from Frankfurt, waiting to see if Nathan has what it takes. And Nathan knows that if he fails, if he returns home broke, he'll disgrace the family name forever. He can't let that happen. Nathan Rothschild is 29 years old, speaks English with a thick German accent, and has a reputation for being difficult. He's short-tempered, aggressive in negotiations, and quick to take offense. People don't like him. He doesn't care. Within 2 years, Nathan turns £20,000 into $60,000. His secret? He doesn't just look for one source of profit, he finds 3. He starts in textiles, but not like everyone else. Most textile dealers buy finished goods and resell them. Nathan controls the entire supply chain. He buys raw cotton, controls the dyeing process, manages the manufacturing, then sells the finished product. 3 profit centers instead of 1. But Nathan isn't satisfied with textiles. He wants something bigger, something that will cement his reputation, not just as a successful merchant, but as a serious player in high finance. He wants to get into government financing. And in 1810, opportunity comes knocking in the form of a war that's consuming Europe. Napoleon Bonaparte. By 1810, Napoleon has crushed Austria, humiliated Prussia, and turned most of continental Europe into French puppet states. Only Britain stands alone. An island fortress, desperately trying to fund a war effort that's bleeding the treasury dry. Britain's best hope is the Duke of Wellington, a brilliant military commander fighting Napoleon's forces in Spain and Portugal. Wellington wins, battle after battle, pushing closer to France. But there's a problem. And it's not military. It's financial. Wellington's army is fighting deep in enemy territory, and you can't pay soldiers or buy supplies with British pounds. You need local currency. French francs. The British government has mountains of gold sitting in London vaults, but it's worthless in Spain and France. They need someone who can take that gold, move it across enemy lines, convert it to French currency, and deliver it to Wellington, without Napoleon's forces intercepting it. It's impossible. Unless you're Nathan Rothschild. When the East India Company puts £800,000 worth of gold up for auction, roughly $120 million in today's money, Nathan makes a move that shocks everyone. He buys it all. Not some of it. Not half. All of it. He leverages every connection, calls in every favor, borrows to the absolute limit of his credit, and secures the entire lot. Then he walks into the British Treasury and makes them an offer they can't refuse. I'll get your gold to Wellington, through Napoleon's blockades, through enemy territory, through his entire army. And I'll do it faster than anyone else can. The Treasury officials look at this brash, German-accented merchant and think he's insane. He's not. Nathan activates his family's secret weapon, the network. Using his brother's banking houses across Europe, Nathan creates a financial highway that completely bypasses Napoleon. Gold flows from London to Frankfurt, where Amschel converts it into different currencies. From there, it moves to Vienna through Salomon's connections, then to Naples through Karl. Finally, James in Paris coordinates the last leg, moving money through intermediaries and coded accounts until it reaches Wellington's army. The system works brilliantly. Wellington gets his currency. The British army keeps fighting. Napoleon's intelligence network never figures out how Britain is moving so much money through territory he supposedly controls. And Nathan Rothschild? He makes a fortune. Not just from commissions, though those are substantial. The real money comes from currency speculation. By controlling the flow of gold and currency across Europe, Nathan can predict exchange rate movements before anyone else. He's not just moving money, he's betting on it. By 1815, Nathan Rothschild is rich. Seriously rich. But he's about to become something else entirely. He's about to become legendary. June 18th, 1815. Near the village of Waterloo in present-day Belgium, Napoleon Bonaparte faces the Duke of Wellington in what will become the most famous battle in European history. Everything is on the line. If Napoleon wins, France reclaims its empire and Europe plunges back into war. If he loses, the war that has consumed a generation finally ends. In London, 250 miles away, Nathan Rothschild is waiting. He's not waiting idly. He's positioned himself to profit from whatever happens next. Because Nathan understands something about financial markets that most people completely miss. Information isn't just power. Information is money. The London Stock Exchange is in chaos. British government bonds, essentially IOUs from the Treasury, are being traded frantically. Their price depends entirely on the outcome at Waterloo. If Britain wins, confidence in the government soars, and bond prices explode upward. If Napoleon wins, Britain faces invasion, economic collapse, and those bonds become worthless paper. Whoever knows the outcome first can make a fortune. Nathan has prepared for this moment. For weeks, he's had agents stationed near the battlefield with specific instructions. The instant the fighting ends, send word. Not through official channels. Those are slow, bureaucratic, unreliable. Through the Rothschild network. The battle rages all day. 70,000 men clash in the mud. Artillery roars. Cavalry charges. Infantry squares hold against French attacks. Wellington's position is precarious, his army stretched thin. Then, late in the afternoon, Prussian reinforcements arrive. The tide turns. Napoleon's Imperial Guard, his elite troops, make a final desperate assault. They break. By evening, it's over. Napoleon is defeated. Wellington has won. A Rothschild agent witnesses the final French retreat. He doesn't wait for official confirmation. He races to the coast, catches a boat across the English Channel, weather be damned, and rides through the night to London. Nathan Rothschild learns the outcome of Waterloo a full 24 hours before the British government does. Now, here's where history gets murky. Here's where legend and fact become impossible to separate. According to the most famous version of the story, Nathan goes to the London Stock Exchange the next morning and starts selling British government bonds. Not quietly. Publicly. Aggressively. Other traders see a Rothschild, a man with the best intelligence network in Europe, selling British bonds. And they panic. If Nathan Rothschild is selling, Britain must have lost. Wellington must be dead. Napoleon must be marching on London. The selling becomes a stampede. Bond prices crash. Fortunes evaporate. And then, when everyone else is selling in blind terror, Nathan secretly starts buying. Everything. Every bond he can get his hands on. At rock-bottom prices. The next day, official news arrives. Wellington won. Napoleon is defeated. The war is over. British government bonds explode upward. Nathan Rothschild, who bought low in the panic, sells high in the euphoria. The profit? By some estimates, over £1 million, roughly $150 million in today's money, made in 48 hours. Did it happen exactly that way? Historians debate it. Some say the story is exaggerated, that Nathan did profit from early information, but not quite so dramatically. Others insist it's completely true, citing contemporary accounts and Rothschild family records. But here's what's not debatable. After Waterloo, Nathan Rothschild isn't just rich. He's the richest private citizen in Britain, possibly the richest person on earth. The Rothschild family is no longer just successful bankers. They're indispensable. They're the people you go to when empires need saving. But there's something else happening. Something even more significant than wealth. In 1822, Emperor Francis I of Austria does something unprecedented. He grants all 5 Rothschild brothers the hereditary title of Freiherr, Baron. Let that sink in. These are the sons of a man who grew up in a ghetto, who couldn't own land, who was forbidden from most professions. Now they're nobility. Austrian aristocrats with hereditary titles that will pass to their children and grandchildren. It's not just symbolic. It's revolutionary. For centuries, Jewish people in Europe have been systematically excluded from power. Now the Rothschilds aren't just accepted by the aristocracy. They've become the aristocracy. The British branch will receive a baronetcy in 1847. And decades later, in 1885, Lionel's son Nathan will achieve something even his grandfather couldn't have imagined. He becomes Baron Rothschild, the first Jewish member of the House of Lords. From ghetto to parliament to the House of Lords in 3 generations. That's not just financial success. That's a complete transformation of social order. And they're just getting started.